Hello fellow minis, today's video we are going to be doing one deck for every hero for massive win streaks. Starting off with this very meta Countess deck. I know it only says 8 win streak, but I actually had like 20 until last night when I was messing around with decks for this video. By the way, I'm in the Master League, 1058 trophies, and I am currently ranked 281, so not the highest, but decent. Okay, this deck, first of all, we want to get a wizard out as fast as possible. Whenever you have the superchargers, you want to get that E-Wiz out ASAP. Now, they're facing the Countess, and I want to protect my Archer, so I'm actually going to put her up in front. The E-Wiz has more health than the Archer does. Ooh, that's rough, actually. Oh, that's really rough. Okay, there we go. But the idea there was to place my Archer. Okay, there we go. The idea was to place my Archer so she would not get taken out by the Countess, and rather that my Electro Wizard would be able to tank a few more hits and hopefully deal some more damage beforehand. Once again, put him over there. We're gonna drop the Bowler right there, and I want the Giant Skeleton. This is the meta deck. This is the meta comp. I mean, this, you're gonna see this so much. Now, you'll notice that they have the Spear Goblin and the Bowler, and they're lining them up, and there's a very good chance that the Bowler and the Dart Goblin is going to take out my E-Wiz right now, but oh, it looks like no, actually. They didn't do it like that. They actually decided to split things up, which is just fine. Actually, I kind of like that. Okay, let's stun that E-Wiz, or that Countess. Perfect. Okay, she's still healed though. This is really close. Come on, take her out. Boom. There we go. This deck is so strong, and I'm starting it out with this because, and honestly, I don't know that I could even take credit for taking this deck. I don't know who first came up with this deck. It's really just a matter, oh, this is an interesting situation. I am putting the E-Wiz right up at the start, and I'm going to buff him, and definitely the 4 zaps. Now they have an, let's see here. They do have a Giant Skeleton, and I don't really like those troops right there like that. But anyway, I'm putting the E-Wiz there right at the very front either way, because having that stun right at the start is just too good to not do. Okay, now they did not upgrade their Giant Skeleton, so that actually ended up working out really well for me. And that's solid. That's solid victory, okay? This deck is so good. You're gonna see variations of this deck pretty much anywhere in the top 200, like you really are. It's just so good. There you guys have the Countess deck. You can screenshot that if you want to. Next, we're going to show a Shield Maiden deck. Okay, hopping right in here against Milo the Great. Now, this was actually created by Delicious Squash. I'm not going to pretend to have already played it. However, it's actually very similar to a lot of decks that I'm currently using. And since the Shield Maiden is so tanky, I'm just gonna leave her right up the front. We're going to charge up that E-Wiz right at the start, hoping that the Miner will actually, oh, the Miner, okay, they didn't actually have an Electro Wizard. I was fully expecting an Electro Wizard here at the very start. Okay, no, they did have the E-Wiz. It's pretty much a mirror matchup, except that they put their Countess on the charging station instead of the Electro Wizard, which is what they should have done. Honestly, they really should have done that, and I was gonna try and counter it with the Miner, but you know, maybe they had some foresight. Okay, here's where I just don't even know if I can win this. Do I have more HP? It's really close. Well, what the heck does that mean? Okay, I don't know who got the counter there. Now, the interesting thing about this deck is that it has the P.E.K.K.A. Okay, now, once again, this was actually posted by Reddit user Delicious Squash. Want to give huge credits to them. They actually had a 30-win streak with this deck, considered to be one of the best in the game. And I don't have a ton of experience playing with the P.E.K.K.A. However, the P.E.K.K.A. What the heck? This person is hacking! What was that? I have no idea what that is. Okay, but you know what? It's fine. You'll see that P.E.K.K.A. though is just dealing so much damage. She's gonna survive 1 HP, or survive that from the Bowler and just shred through there. I mean, look at that. That P.E.K.K.A. is really strong. Okay, I kind of really like this deck actually. That is way too close. Okay, I'm starting to see why this deck is so good, even though I would not consider the Shield Maiden to be super strong right now since she got nerfed. Okay, so obviously we're starting right there with that, and we have 2 Elixir, and that Miner? Miner. Okay. What is this person's deck? Did they just give up? Okay. I think they realized that they couldn't do anything because they definitely had more elixir than what it took to get a 2-star Dark Goblin. Either that or they just messed up. Wow, this deck is really that good, I guess. And there you guys have it, the Shield Maiden deck taking advantage of that P.E.K.K.A. Up next, we got the Barbarian King. Okay, now this deck was actually created by Clash Corey. There is a full YouTube video breaking down how to use this deck. And, oh, you know what? I'm actually going to put Spear Goblin there. Oh wait, no, I wanted that bowler. Why did I do that? Oh well, here we go. We'll see how this goes. I should have put the miner up farther forward so that he would actually... Oh, that was just terrible placement on my part. That was just awful. Okay, well... yeah, we're about to get shredded here. Let's see. Yeah, there's no way that the Barbarian King's gonna be able to handle all of this. Like, except it is a level 3 Countess, so maybe... You know what? He's actually going to do it. Wow, okay, but that's not because of skill. That was because my Barbarian King was disgustingly over-leveled. Okay, hopefully we can actually show some skill here. But Clash Corey, there's going to be a link in the description below showing exactly what you want to know, everything to do with this deck. No, I'm going to grab... No, I don't want... Well, I guess I have to now. Okay, there we go. That was a little bit better. And now my troops are spread out. I actually would have preferred to have spread out my troops even more. I really wanted the bowler. That's what I wanted. Okay. Man, this person, though, you see this person with the Countess, a level 3 Countess facing up against me. Like, I'm in the top. I've got 1,000 trophies. This deck is solid. I still beat it, but I should not have won that match, okay? This Countess, I'm telling you guys, that Countess deck, it's just absolutely nuts. Let's see if we can actually get the bowler out. Thank you. I like it. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got all our troops out. Yeah. I'll go with the bowler here. And because the bowler is activating all the time, we'll do that. Oh, and actually, I am going to do this. Okay, we'll try that. Spear Goblin and the bowler are going to throw at the same spot. It is not going to take anybody out because they are reading my mind. They knew that I was going to be doing something like that. And here's where this deck... This is where my overpoweredness is not going to make up for... I mean, I'm facing the meta counter deck right here. Once again, check the link in the description below. Clash Corey's got an awesome guide on how to use this deck, especially if the Barbarian King is your strongest hero. Definitely try this out here. This is what I want. We're placing that down there, and we are going to use this. Okay, I don't know how much I like that placement. I actually, you know what? Actually, I like that. I like that, okay? That was actually really good. Okay, come on. E-Wiz, I just need 1 stun. Thank you. That is what I needed. Very solid. The Electro Wizard is going to be in all of these decks today, okay? I'm sorry. I'd like to give you guys a bunch of different decks with using all sorts of different cards, but the goal here is win streaks, and that means the E-Wiz is going to be in every deck. And there's the Barbarian King deck. Grab your screenshot if you'd like. Up next is the Archer Queen. Okay, now the Archer Queen is actually really strong here. We're going to put this guy right there, and can we grab... Thank you. Okay, sweet. So I'm starting the Archer Queen in the corner. The corner is the best place for her. She has an infinite range, meaning that she can be able to attack from anywhere. And then we got the 2 bowlers on the mirror position. I mean, that's just so good. We want the giant skeleton, and then we got the 2... And then we had the giant skeleton on there, and wow, okay, that was just a terrible commentary. Okay, now I like this a little bit more here. And what I'm gonna do, there we go. Now we trap the guard right here. You see what I did right there? Trapping that actually makes it so the Countess is almost guaranteed to go toward the back and actually attack the guard. It did end up working out that time, but the guard did move over there and was able to help attack it and kind of counter the Countess. And that's why this deck actually works well. Now we've got the Electro Wizard, and the Electro Wizard is so good. Okay, so now... we're gonna put the bowler right there. Sure, we'll put it just like that. I don't know how much I like that, but that's what we're gonna do. The E-Wiz is always good. It's not as good because he doesn't have a clash ability, but it still might end up working out. Now that miner did go out to the back, and the Archer Queen was able to take him out, or somebody was able to take him out, and that's actually really good. That's the important thing with this deck combo, is actually placing your Archer Queen back there with like a defensive position so to try and counter miners and countesses. Now this time I'm actually going to swap to the other side. I really want my mirror to be further back, but that's fine. Oh, I didn't even use all my elixir last time. That's really embarrassing. I actually never forget to place down, use all my elixir when I'm actually playing, but for whatever reason, while I'm actually commentating with you guys, it's happened in both my videos now, so that's just embarrassing. That's fine. Look at that Archer Queen. Oh my gosh. That double ability was insane. That might be a strategy. By the way, I'm not cutting video gameplays out of this. We're having straight wins with all these decks. All these decks are just insanely good. If you want that Archer Queen deck, go ahead and screenshot that. Up next is a deck for the Monk. Now, I actually tried looking for a Monk deck. However, it seems like there weren't a ton of people posting really solid Monk decks, so I actually came up with this one myself. We're gonna put that Spear Goblin over there so it's gonna actually try and take out whoever they place on the mirror. Boom, bowler. Okay, that was kind of weird, but it ended up working out just fine, and my monks are gonna get destroyed here. The issue with the monk is that he's really easily affected by stuns, and we face against giant skeletons quite a bit, and then also it takes him he's very unlikely to actually hit. Okay, we'll place that guy right there so that the bowler forces over to the right. We're not even gonna worry. They've got the bowler and they're placing him. Come on. Oh. Okay, well that's fine. Okay. Interesting, they have the Valkyrie. Okay, now I like to place the bowler and the giant skeleton on the mirror if possible because they have clash abilities. Clash abilities are just really strong, and we ended up doing really well. Now the goal with this though, the issue with the monk facing against the Countess is it takes him a really long time for him to wind up his ability, and the Countess just jumps all over the place and ends up dodging his shot, right? And so that's actually why I wanted to put the Ice Wizard, and I'm going to use this KO ability. So I'm going to put the Ice Wizard back here, and it's going to actually, this is going to be great. Okay, I love this here. Let's see if we, yeah, sure. We'll do this. Put that right there. And we'll try this, except I don't like that the bowler is up there, by the way. I'm trying to talk and explain things at the same time. Oh, okay, maybe that was actually not that great of an idea. It's fine though, okay? So now that Ice Wizard actually freezes the miner. That actually ended up working out pretty great. And that's the idea behind putting the Ice Wizard in there, is you put him in the back always when facing against the Countess, so that when the Countess jumps back there or the miner jumps back there, they'll get frozen. Okay, now I get to actually do a little bit more of what I want to do. And sure, we'll do that. We're gonna put him right there. We're gonna put the bowler back. And I'm gonna put the monk right there, and it's actually going to force the giant skeleton to spawn. Oh, it actually won't force him to do anything. What did this person do? They sacrifice? No, they did some upgrades, and we just shredded through here. That was just insane. Honestly, I wasn't sure how much I liked this deck when I made it, but it ended up working out. Now we're up to a 13 win streak. And then you guys have it, my monk deck that I made because nobody else made a solid monk deck. Obviously, there were a few minis that were used many times throughout these decks. You have the miner and the archer as probably the most popular two elixir minis that I see in the top 300. I also see a lot of, well, not too much the spear goblin, but we did see the spear goblin a couple times in these decks. The giant skeleton is another one that is in a lot of these decks. He's just really strong, okay? The fact that he actually stuns enemies without any upgrades, which apparently is actually intended by the developers, that's insane to me. The guard is another good 2 elixir mini. Then bowler is just insane. And then of course we have the electro wizard, who is in every best deck. Also, I do have every single hero level 10, and I will say that all of these decks work incredibly well for any of these heroes, no matter what level they are, except for the Barbarian King. The reason why the Barbarian King is so important at level 10 and so good then is because of this ability. The duration is doubled, which means that all of your minis get raged for a super long time, and that extra damage hurts the enemy team. I think the deck can work without a level 10 Barbarian King, but you're probably better off going with these other decks that I talked about instead. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section below if you'd like to see some more gameplay videos similar to this, maybe with some weird and funky decks that aren't meta and aren't made to get you in crazy win streaks, right? Either way, make sure you subscribe for more quality Clash Mini content. You can subscribe for Brawl Stars content as well and watch some of my other Clash Mini videos. For now, this is KairosTime ticking by, and we will see you in Clash Mini.